Scorpio, hi, Joe here. Not in my usual place. I'm standing up in the kitchen, dining room, but I'm improvising tonight because I need to. So this is your bi-weekly, 1st to the 14th, 2021 tarot and spirit guide message, your channeled message. We're going to pull a number of cards, Scorpio, before we get into the tarot. All right. So many of you who are familiar with my guided spirit readings know how it goes. So, but again, I'm going to pull about 5 cards before we get to the tarot, and then when we get to the tarot, I've separated the major arcana from the minor. I want one from the major and however many we need from the minor. Okay. Wow. Okay, you have the dragonfly coming through, and your oracle card is a new life, and then your guided spirit blessing is a blessing on a homecoming, and then you have self-love coming through. Wow, interesting, Scorpio. I'm going to need one of these. We'll talk about those and get into the tarot, okay? Unique gifts, possessing and exercising all your talents. Okay, so you have the dragonfly. This is your affirmation, and it's being an old soul, insight, talent, and the affirmation is higher truth guides me to live with freedom and grace. Dragonflies are mystical. They're actually one of my favorite insects. I love seeing dragonflies. I have memories of them as a kid fishing, and they're just all around the lily pads and all around the boat, and I used to just love to sit there, get lost watching them kind of go back and forth. So but I'll read this on the back because you won't be able to read this if I hold it up. It says, give yourself time to grow into your purpose. The later phases in your life will feel more graceful and empowered than the earlier, more frustrating phases of your life. Over time, you can develop your abilities and become a standout talent in your field. Be patient and apply yourself, because in due course, outstanding skillfulness will come from your efforts. Rely on your higher self and trust your inner vision, even when it differs from your usual way of approaching life. Give yourself permission to change direction whenever is needed so that you can stay true to your life path. So nothing is set in stone, right? I mean, sometimes we lay the foundation and the groundwork for a path in life, and we feel like we have to stick to that. You can adapt and change along the way. You can make adjustments and course corrections, but you have that wisdom, being an old soul. This is basically saying you have the wisdom of an old soul, and you're most likely probably, Scorpio, an old soul if you're watching this. You have a new life coming through. Finally, a new life. So something, some course correction, some adaptation. It's saying that doing that is going to bring you to like a completely different life, and not in the sense that you're living a new life, but it's just going to seem very different, maybe even a little surreal. So this is saying that there's a major course correction in your life if you want it, and this is the perfect time to start that. You have the card of self-love here. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in other people's problems and our own day-to-day problems that we totally forget ourselves. Sometimes we don't treat ourselves so kindly in the way we think about ourselves and talk about ourselves. So a lot of times we make mistakes and we call our own selves stupid or careless or not good enough, not smart enough, incompetent or whatever. We get mad at ourselves, and we are like our first enemy that is out of the gate to talk us down. And sometimes we don't spend enough time nourishing our own soul. So what is it that you like to do in your spare time, your hobbies? What is it that feeds your soul? So this is saying, like, treat yourself kindly and feed your soul at the same time. You possess unique gifts. Scorpio, excuse me. You possess these unique gifts Scorpio, and those are going to take you along the way. Maybe some of these gifts are things you've put off because you laid the foundation for your life moving forward, and now you want to kind of diverge from the path a little bit because you have some of these gifts that are really being refined and developed as you go along, and you have a blessing on a homecoming. So some of you might be literally revisiting some nostalgic home of the past, somewhere where you felt good, safe, secure, where you have good memories, fond memories. Others of you, it's like really getting back to your true, unique self, okay, Scorpio? So we're going to pull one card out of the major arcana and a couple cards out of the minor, and we're going to develop this message here. In a few minutes we'll be done. You have the Death card, so you have a completion here. So you're ending a cycle in life that's probably at times maybe you felt like it wasn't very productive, or it just wasn't as fruitful as you had hoped. It didn't bring in things like you had hoped, but you're seeing that this is kind of coming to an end, and it's time to shift directions and shift gears here. You need to maybe downshift a little bit and slow down the momentum, so you can make a course correction and make a decision to make an adjustment in your life, because this is the ending of something that you put into motion some time ago, and now it's just like there isn't a whole lot of desire and compassion for what you're doing in the moment at this time. So it's like it's kind of lost its luster and its appeal, because you have other gifts and talents within your grasp, within your reach, things that lie deep within inside you, some things that you've been cultivating and developing along the way that are readily at your disposal. So you see all these possibilities and potentials, and you want to put those to use, and you feel like with what you're doing, you're not able to do that right now because you're stuck in a kind of a rut that you set for yourself some time ago. This card is coming out in every reading, and it's just crazy. It's stalking me. The Queen of Pentacles. It's that card of protection and nurturing, and it's like this to me is like a guardian around you. So there's definitely an element of protection around you. There's something is nurturing you. You might be just like getting like weird messages that pop into your head, or you're thinking things that are just kind of a little out there, and you're like, that's crazy, I can't do that, or I don't have the skill or the bravery or whatever. And this is saying that the Queen of Pentacles here, it's like this is your time to go after and dream big, exactly what you want to do. You have the wisdom moving forward, and you have the spiritual protection, you have the protection around you, and you have the ability to nourish that into something very productive. You have the Ten of Swords here. It's like you're kind of living in the past, and you're kind of stuck in the past. And here's another card that's been stalking the readings, is the Seven of Cups. So you've been kind of living in the past, and you see the past as like this isn't a pain inflicted upon you by somebody. It's just a situation you're stuck in, and it just it's uncomfortable. It's like the day-to-day grind is not a very happy place for you right now, Scorpio. And so you want out of that day-to-day grind into something that feels meaningful. And then the Seven of Cups here is like, at one point it was a big dream, a big goal, and then and it's like I said, it's lost its luster, and you just can't see any of your old visions with what you're doing now clearly anymore. It just doesn't seem like what you truly wanted for yourself. So we're going to pull one or two more and complete this message. King of Pentacles, another stalker. And Six of Swords is again another stalker. These cards, some of these cards have been perpetually in every reading, especially the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. The King of Pentacles has been there quite a bit, but so does the Six of Swords. So these readings are probably speaking to a lot of people who are moving on to different things and going in a different direction. I'm getting clarity and bringing a resolution to maybe some indecisiveness too. But that King of Pentacles, it's like there is some level of skill here that you possess that's going to help you weave like a tapestry that like is more appealing to you. It's like something that is like a work of art but of value. So I know that's a strange message to come out out, but it's like there's like this wisdom in what you want to do, and also in that is like there is this like stability and prosperity. So you're kind of coming at life right now from two different angles. You want to do what you love, which feels good, which is like expressing yourself, having that feeling of expression, but at the same time that brings in a healthy level of stability and long-term planning, long-term goals, you know, setting yourself up for the next stage in your life to be more profitable, but also to be content and happy with what you're doing, Scorpio. So that's your message here. If this was your story, you'll know it. Let me know. Leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. If it wasn't your story, just let it go. Stick around, give me another chance. I'm sure you'll find a message that really hits home with you. And I'm not doing an extended reading on this, but if you want to follow me on Patreon, I offer all my extended readings there. So check that out if that interests you as well. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.